So let's continue it from the previous video, and we are going to deploy virtual machine. If you have not watched the previous video, you can just go to the description box. You will get the link of my previous video as well as the entire series, and you can take it from there if you have not seen that one. Okay, so let's click on add, and here I need to click on virtual machine. We don't have a preset configuration, so I'm just going to set it with the fresh built configuration. By default, the resource group option is available if you have already created, like if you see my third part of this series, um, Azure Beginners to Professional, you will get the details how we can create a resource group. So we have created over there. So I'm going to use the same resource group here. If you want, you can also take it a new one. The default subscription would be available here, and you can also choose if you have a multiple subscriptions in single Azure instance. So, okay, then you have to type the name of your virtual machine. So I'm just going to type it app svr1, that is app server 1. The region where you are going to place your VM, it would be depends on your subscription, which region is located, and accordingly you must choose your region. Availability set, I don't want to put it here. If you want to put it in a availability zone, you can use availability set or availability zone. We will discuss more about that once we move in the Azure High Availability section. Now, the best part is here, the image is available, like you will be getting a server with the deployed operating system. So you can browse the image from here, like what type of application server so operating system you're going to deploy or you want to deploy. You can deploy Red Hat, you can CentOS, Oracle Linux, Ubuntu, Windows Server. So just I'm going to deploy a Windows 2016 Data Center Edition. Now what else we need to select it here? We can choose the size. So as per our requirement, Microsoft will recommend, Microsoft will recommend our default sizes that are recommended to use or frequently used by the organizations. You can choose the size as per your requirement, or you can just click on see all sizes to get it size as per your requirement and as per your cost analysis. So let me, I'm just going to, okay, and Azure Spot instance, I'm just selecting it no. I will tell you once we move there what exactly the reason and why we use this. It's basically unused capacity of discounted rates. So we will check it out on that, what and how the workload and the capacity planning once we go there. We have to select a name that is for the account that configured as an admin. So I'm just taking it one name. I need to put one password here. It must be 12 character long and have one lowercase and uppercase, the same conditions, or one special symbol. Three of them must meet with that. So you have to enter the ports and this, you have to enter the password and the username configuration here. Then you have to select what all the public ports you are going to allow it. So you can just click on this and you may allow these ports, but these are not the recommended one. So this is currently I'm allowing an RDP port 3389 once I establish a secure tunnel and all these stuff. So I will use only and only uh, internal connectivity options. I would not use then external ports. Further later on, if required for any reason, you can go and enable it from the configuration part or from the configuration section, these ports. But these are not the recommended ports to open it over a public network because you are exposing your server over an internet whenever you are enabling these ports. If you already have any Windows licensing, like you already have purchased some licenses and you are running those licenses, so you can checkbox this option or take it yes. So it will assure that you must have a Windows license and you will activate the license from your own way or from your own key management server or from your own key. If you don't have, you can take it no and it will assign a license to you. Once you click on next, it will show our default disk that is will be going to be attached with your server. And if you want to add more disks, you can create and attach it here, additional disk. But otherwise, the default OS disk will be attached. Once we move to the network section, we can see it. The default virtual net VNet is created now. So it's going to create a new virtual network because right now the virtual network is not created by us. So that's why it's going to create it. If you want to create it manually, you can also create it from here. Otherwise, it will take it as a SPLRG1, that is my resource group name, along with VNet. Subnet, it shows the default subnet with the 10/24. If you want to change it, you can also customize this. Same as it will assign one of the new public IP address because I just wanted to access my VM through public IP. And as well as it's also assigning a dynamic IP over there. Here, NIC settings, security configurations are basic ports, which we have already selected this one. So it's marked it here. Accelerated network, we have odd because it does not support that size. Uh, Load balancing, I am taking it as no. I will show you how we can configure the load balancer. Okay, then just click on next to the management section of this part. So these are some basic management options. You can take it as a continue and just click. Right now, I'm not going to install any extension, etc. We'll consider this what these options. And now we have a Gen 2, but Gen 2 is still limited. Do not support the Azure platform features. So let me just quickly go ahead next and click on review and create. So it may take a couple of minutes, around a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, just for the validation purpose. Once it's get validated, then it's giving you an option to create it here. Now the validation is passed, we can see it. So these are the settings that we have selected in the virtual machine. You can customize it as per your requirement. So now I'm just going to click on create and it will start deployment. It may take a few more minutes, like approximate 5 to 10 minutes. It will be totally depend on the size and the features you have selected and the options you have placed. So this is how we can creating a virtual machine. So deployment is in progress. I will be back in the next video once the deployment get over. So let's continue it in the next video, and the next video description link is there in the my description box, so you can take it from there. The entire series information is also in the same description box, so you can watch it from there. Till that time, subscribe this channel. Thank you.